If you do A-level PE and you're struggling with schema theory, listen up to this. So a schema is a generalized motor program, and a motor program is just a set of instructions that you have for a movement. And schema theory is saying that there are so many different ways that you could perform, let's say, a shot in golf, that it's impossible to store every subtly different way that you could play that shot. So instead, you store a general set of instructions for that movement in the long-term memory. And then, in the moment, you're able to adapt that schema to meet the situation that you're in. So instead of storing every subtly different way that you could play the golf shot, you just store a generalized motor program of the golf swing, and then you can adapt it in the moment. And schema theory is made up of two sections: recall schema, which happens before you've completed the movement, and then recognition schema that happens during and after you've completed the movement. So let's apply this to a golf shot. So with recall schema, they'd want you to know that it's made up of your initial conditions, which is where you're assessing stuff like the wind, the how far away the hole is from where you're at. And then if you had the answers to those questions, you'd then be able to decide how to adapt that schema theory. That schema. And that is what response specifications is all about. So this would be like, how much force do I need to apply to the ball based on the wind, or based on how far away the hole is. Then when you're performing the golf swing itself, you will be receiving sensory consequences, and that is basically your kinesthetic feel. And that would be stuff like, did you feel balanced when you played the shot, or did it feel correct when you made contact with the ball? And then finally, you'll have response outcomes, and that will be, did the ball go where you intended it to go? So in this case, where did the golf ball land? Like, did it go near the hole or not? So overall here, schema theory is just saying it'd be impossible to store every subtly different way that you perform a skill. So instead you store a generalized motor program for that skill, and you can adapt it in the moment.